Again, one and all, to round 5 of the Late Night Racing Development Tier Series. I am Secret. I am joined in the booth by Alex and Biggles. Guys, how's it going?
Wet.
It's going, yeah, very wet.
Going very wet in Monza. And Monza, we are here, so we join into the 5th round. Cracky Jr. leads the championship with 70 points.
Given to us by the game. I believe it's simply just soft to mediums or medium to soft. Easy, not too much tire wear around this track, unless you like me and you absolutely kill your soft tires.
But I
Right.
mean, podium came out of that, so.
Yeah, podium did come out of that. So I ran away from you guys. Right here we come. 3, 4, 5 lights at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Apparently the lights are out, but once again, not everyone is going right away with the with how F1 online lobbies work. And now we're away. Vetchins has gotten a time penalty for jumping a start, and Apollodorus has gotten a fantastic start over Adizi in second. They're far wide behind almost between the Red Bull and there's so much going on. Down around the outside goes Noof in the Ferrari and trying to get around Simply Air. Going into turn 1, there's yellow flags. Who was that that spun? There's much contact happening. It looks like one of the Bud has come out the winner. As I see a Alfa Romeo. Yes, the Alfa Romeo in the back of Matcham. So that didn't look too good. Any front wing damage you've seen, guys?
No, too much action at the front of the battle there between the top 3. We have to kind of get back on that one.
Yeah, so we have Apollodorus running away, already a second lead. Not even into Sector 2 yet. Very comfortable on those soft tires with a DZ right behind. So we got the top 5 who are kind of running away from the rest of the field as Gimp and Santiago have basically
And Vetches has gone completely wide, and there he is. Plump lost there and has lost his whole complete front wing. That's accounting for loss, actually. There was something there with the other driver in behind.
Yeah, Matcham is... Oh, there's a VSC.
Safety car has been applied. Virtual safety car.
Yeah, it's Act for loss. It's Act for loss that dropped down, not Matcham.
Counting for a loss of a front wing at the moment. He's going to have to box.
The top 5 and the rest of the pack. So it looks like the early breakaway is Apollodorus, Adizi, Simply Air, Noof, and Santiago.
Seaback losing another 2 places at the moment. Not too good for the Renault driver. I think he might be letting Daniel Ricciardo down right at the moment. But
too much time to Simply Air.
Here we go.
Right
Past Santiago on Nerf. Around the outside is that of the Parabolica. Yes, it is. This should be a straight drag race down. No DRS is enabled just yet.
So Noof gets in the slipstream, obviously. Noof doesn't normally battle this far up the grid, so let's see how much, how tactical and sneaky can the Ferrari driver get. It's just punting the Mercedes through the chicane. Santiago gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting because he got punted by the Ferrari.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sure the stewards will be able to look at that one.
When I said Noof was going to do some sneaky stuff, I didn't mean like that, but absolutely horrible, horrible turn of events for Santiago.
Darius there behind the Buddha as Chewy's moving his possession. Is that a pass here from Cracky? Cracky in the Buddha.
Down the inside went the Red Bull.
Now, yeah, DRS should be enabled now, I believe.
There you go.
It is, yeah.
Let's see what the Bud can do. Oh no.
What's gonna happen?
Let's see. The Bud, keeping up with the slipstream, has a lot more ERS to use, looks for it down the inside, thinks better of it. Everyone missing the turn on my screen, everyone getting back on track. That was a bit of a glitch. Whoops.
There's a bit of a chain forming now. Buddha's going to try to make it up on the inside here.
On the inside of the Red Bull. They were right next to each other going through the Curva Grande. Now let's see. Nope, Ferrari round the outside in the second chicane. They make it work just about. Cracky Jr. holds on to the place, and it looks like Doritos trying to line up a move on the Bud now. Bro says, you know, it's always better to be smart in a league race than just be, you know, aggressive and ruthless and try to make moves where you shouldn't.
Further down, it looks like that Doritos wants to try to make up that after that error into this corner. He's going to remember as he approaches into the first corner again. 3 wide almost. He's going to have to think twice about that. Look at this fall. Oh, there's a spin. That's Vampire.
Doritos has now given Vampire Witch a bit of a touch. Now Vampire Witch is going to come under pressure from Kill Him. Oh, we've seen a lot of punts going down into turn 1. This is surprising. On to the other Renault FC back. We got many time penalties for corner cutting going on. So looks like we're gonna have to do a bit of math again, Biggles, and we know how much we love that.
We do. Chewy gets a move done, and he does.
Oh, Ignite! They had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, that's cost Ignite 3 places as Chewy gets past. Seaback gets past 2 places actually.
And a 5-second time penalty to the Haas driver.
I think Seaback's coming
while
back.
his teammate is up in 6th, having a relatively actually pretty good race. Ignite down struggling in 16th place.
Not just
on the
yet.
inside into Parabolica once again goes Cracky Jr. So Alex, what were you saying? Cracky Jr. now up, what is that, 10 spots?
That's his 3rd move in the Parabolica.
Oh, but the Haas driver, never mind, this battle isn't over because the Haas, using the overtake in the DRS, has the move done into turn 1 maybe, back on the racing line. Venom back ahead of Cracky Jr., the Haas driver, really showing what he can do on the championship leader right now, and Cracky Jr. is probably fuming in the cockpit.
Back of the Haas driver. Not a very good day for Haas at the moment there. Sorry, Secret. I know you're a Haas fan. It looks like the Red Bull's about to make a move on the Haas.
Plot twist, guys. Looks like Cracky Jr. lining up a move down the inside of Parabolica. Once again, he sends it! Oh, Venom holds on around the outside of the Parabolica. The wheels on the green. I think the Red Bull driver is going to have the DRS going down the main straight. We'll see. He gets the move. Cracky Jr. opens up the DRS, but he has no ERS to use. And the Haas driver does have ERS to use, but not using it half a battery. So can the Haas driver stay in the DRS until the run down towards Ascari and keep this battle alive, or is the championship leader firmly up into 6th place now? I'm going to try and run away towards Noof in that Ferrari to try and get within that. But as the boot spins, the boot has spun the Ferrari driver into the wall at Ascari.
Oh, I missed it. P13, P14, P13. There he is. Just catching the boot up.
Can't confirm. Battling at this track is not the way to go. Can't confirm.
128.
Deezy's coming into the pits.
Yeah, but
I think that's what Deezy's planning on doing. Is we have yellow flags. It's simply I spun into Ascari.
He's completely off.
In the safety car.
Yep.
Safety car.
This is a pit
No,
stop.
it's a free
Who's just
pit
gone
stop.
past the pit stop? Our
This
leaders.
is what you need to get done. This is the time to pit.
Oh, what a
Dawson
perfect,
in the pits.
perfect timing.
Guys, both of the top 2 drivers sped going into the pit lane. Both the Deezy and Apollodorus have 5-second time penalties now.
Oh no, that is not what you need. That is not
That is absolutely not what you need. Now everyone getting a free pit stop. So it's Apollodorus from a Deezy. Santiago is going to get a bit held by the Ferrari. Nope, not quite. The Mercedes driver gets out, but the Ferrari will be held up by the Red Bull and gets out, trying to make sure not to hit the Red Bull crew. And here comes Venom into the pits now. So the top 5 coming out of the pits. Oh, it's Apollodorus also gets another time penalty. Apollodorus cut a corner under safety car, and all of a sudden, just like that, has 8 seconds of time penalties without even doing anything. Lawrence has just slipped me a message on the door saying he doesn't want to talk about it. He had a bad setup. He doesn't care. That would be simply air to everyone who doesn't know. So that was. I'm sad. I apologize to everyone for almost laughing at that, but that was definitely something new that I've never seen before.
I ain't apologizing.
We're racing.
That was funny.
We are racing. Look at the
We
restart.
are green again, and Adizi is going down the inside. The top 3 right next to each other is the McLaren. It goes wheel to wheel with the racing around the outside at the second part of the Redifilio chicane. Getting on the power nice and early, the top 3 pulling away from the Ferrari, who got quite a bad restart. Now, Apollodorus trying to sneak around the outside. The McLaren defense goes even further on the outside. Goes the racing point down the inside now, going in to the second chicane, and Apollodorus into the lead of the Italian Grand Prix as we have yellow flags at the first turn, as there are yet even more incidents. It looks like the McLaren of Haulers has had a bit of an incident. So Doritos continuing his charge to the front.
Job
just
done,
like
and
Cracky
let's
Jr.
go.
is.
Adizi's got a second chance now. Try to get past
Here comes
the other racing
the
point.
overtake button down the inside. Here you go. Can you get it? Braking later. Oh, they're braking at the same time. The racing point goes wide, and they touch. They touch a little bit, and Apollodorus gets a bad exit because of it. And Santiago actually getting under pressure from Noof as Matcham picks up a 3-second time penalty. So we have the battle for the win, and then we have this battle for second between the Mercedes, the Ferrari, and the Red Bull. That seems a bit like it, but Cracky Jr. down the inside, going into the Della Roggio chicane. Get the move done. Yes, he does. Cracky Jr., the championship leader, into fourth. What a drive so far from Cracky Jr. as Hollers now picks up a time penalty for corner cutting.
Also,
Italian Grand Prix, unless Noof can drive around that problem. But Cracky Jr. Oh, that was a scary moment. Cracky Jr. just going down the inside into Parabolica. On my screen, he went straight into the wall at the outside of Parabolica. And now, bit of side-by-side action going down the main straight. No DRS, it looks like, for either of these drivers. So Cracky Jr. trying to poke his nose down the inside, doesn't get it done, and braking hard into the turn. Santiago and Cracky Jr. Oh, Cracky Jr. spun out Santiago!
yep, Santiago spun.
Cracky Jr. applies the bumper. We're seeing a lot of bump and run NASCAR style in turn one, as Cracky Jr. has just absolutely wrecked Santiago's race. That's the second time that Santiago's been punted at turn one.
Oh, and meanwhile, Doritos had just made a move, but he had spun. Or just caught Varun trying to get out of the outside. Just luckily to avoid him. There's lots of battles going on. Top tier noob and Varun. That's
Top tier
Doritos.
noob on the hards, yeah.
Up into
and now
P5.
Doritos is up at the fifth.
Oh, now he's dropping. Still managing, battling on top tier.
Oh, there's a massive fight. Venom side by side with the Racing Point driver as Doritos picks up a penalty for corner cutting and gaining a place. So maybe that's what that was. Yellow flags as Adizi picks up another time penalty, and the Haas of Ignite has lost his front wing at the Della Roggio chicane, presumably trying to go wheel to wheel with someone, as no safety car quite yet. So Apollodoros and Adizi running away at the front, continuing their battle. Cracky Jr. is now clear, going to try and chase them down. Noof is just loving life right now.
The top two are still battling it out. Adizi's slipping ahead again of the Racing Point. Nothing between them. So many battles happening on track. Let's go back with Varun here. This is going to be a four-way battle going into the first corner. Who's running really slow there? Oh, that's somebody pushed off into the wall. That's Santiago. I believe. No, or kill him. I can't.
So Santiago goes through the chicane.
Yeah.
So Santiago's race just keeps getting worse and worse. The Mercedes driver, who we know has incredible pace, has wing damage now, on top of every other punt he's received in this race.
Vampire's going to drive around the outside of the other Mercedes. So Mercedes losing out a lot of positions now, dropping down. As Gimp goes down to P10, Santiago at P11. Vampire moves up.
The safety car is out. The safety car is out.
That's that was Matcham. Where was that?
So the safety car is out now. Yep. The field will be bunched up again.
Oh, so
and also has a 5-second time penalty for something.
3 plus 5. He can serve that in the pits now, and Adizi's in the pits. Let's have a look at him. See if he's going to serve a penalty in the pits. He's got 3 seconds of corner cutting penalties, and yes, it is.
Adizi's serving a penalty. Don't know for what quite. There's many.
It was waiting in the pits in the first pit stop.
Noof is changing a front wing behind him in the Ferrari.
Looks like Noof is also serving a penalty.
Interesting here, Daisy and Noof are going on the soft tires. Now they could 100% carry these tires to the end of this Grand Prix. If they manage them well while warming them up behind the safety car, they should be able to get them there. But
the sheriff is laughing, shall we say? This race is so bad. It's good and bad. It's going to be good for some drivers and bad for other drivers, but it's certainly been entertaining. Give it that one. Oh, why is Apollo passing Cracky and resuming that position?
That's odd. Safety car in this lap. We're going green. Safety car pulls away, so that was a bit late.
He's boxing.
Apollodoros is going into the pits.
But he's held up by the safety car in the pits, is he? No, he's not.
Apollodoros went to the pit lane. We're away now. Cracky Jr. leads from Top Tier Noob and Venom, who is under pressure from Doritos, who has many, many penalties. So let's see how it goes down to turn 1. The Racing Point driver down the inside of the Haas gets the move done, and so Doritos up to P3, and everyone's punting each other as yellow flags.
That's Holars and Buddha making contact into turn 1.
Santiago had to go through the foam chicane once again. As Cracky Top Tier Noob is actually battling with Doritos.
And Daisy's up to P6.
Yeah, Adizi's got some serious pace on those fresh softs. Look at that.
Has Adizi served all the penalties? Adizi still has 6 seconds of Actually, no. Adizi just spent the pit. Oh no, it wasn't Adizi. But as Gimp has retired. Gimp retired. What?
That's out of the first Lesmo. Yep.
Yeah.
His car's parked on the
lost
side of
it.
the road.
So Mercedes' day has gone from bad to worse, and the virtual safety car is out. Absolutely is so painful staying behind a driver who's on much weaker tires than you. As a DZ around the outside of the little kink there underneath the bridge. We're going to try and hold it around the outside of Ascari. We'll go the McLaren. No, not quite.
He's backed out. He thought better of it.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult to overtake and leave sufficient room through Ascari.
He should have the pace now, shouldn't he? As you can see there. Also, Vroom is going to be backing them up there. Looks like the Buddha's got past Seaback, but we're going to keep on board with this battle up ahead with Adizi, because he should get great traction out of the Parabolic, and he does. Look at the speed.
Oh, yeah. Opening the overtake mode. This could be a move for fourth right now from the McLaren, already into fifth. Down the inside of the Haas. Let's see it. Hard braking on those soft tires, braking much later, hooking it Rice around the curve, and Adizi into fourth. 7 laps to make up a few seconds. I think Adizi.
He's got a really good exit here as well. He's going up to the door. He's going
as well.
into the Curva
The outside
Grande.
of the Curva Grande, look at that. Partying like it's 2012 in that McLaren. Adizi into third place. It's 3 drivers in 2 corners.
Let's have a look at Buddha, as he's got those fresh sauce on as well. He's getting ready to get past accounting for loss. Should be able to make this stick somewhere along the outside there with that open DRS. He's going to get past 2 cars, and he has, if he can make it stick. Wow, what a move for the Ferrari.
Ferrari, well, one driver had a bit of an issue. One put on a Seaback, has retired.
Seaback's
was it
crashed.
through Ascari? Yes, it was. Seaback
Yes.
has crashed through Ascari.
That's another virtual
that's
safety
unfortunate
car.
for the Renault driver. Another VSC. Very crucial time that now Adizi is losing to catch up to Cracky Jr. if he wants any chance of winning this race.
That's 10 laps of mediums versus 10 laps of hard. I think he should be able to make this stick.
So to cut you
Go
off,
around the
Biddle's got a good
outside
run
of
for
Parabolica.
Adizi
He's going to
coming
lose
through
out to Noof.
Parabolica.
Noof's going to
Lost
just
that to Noof?
slip through there. Those soft tires
Look at that.
really
Noof
are.
making a loop.
Oh,
There
but
we
again,
go.
Adizi up ahead.
Hold on.
Sorry. Yep.
It's Adizi, yep, 2.7 seconds behind Cracky Jr. Braking hard on the soft, so now, what was that? 5 laps to go, the McLaren. I think Adizi has a shot, boys.
It's going to be close till the end. He's only got a 2.6 second gap to Cracky Jr. ahead. We'll see. This is going to be extremely close.
There aren't any more VSCs. I think Adizi is well within a shot here.
Now he's already gained a couple of positions. Let's see when he can
Nice.
do it. He's got his
Nice.
fast-paced teammate behind him, and this looks all too easy, doesn't it, for the Ferrari?
There's the Bud.
Nice to see a fellow Racing Point driver in P4 into this race. Go on, mate.
As the Bud gets the move done into P6 and will now want to try and set the Tifosi alight and pass up Killam to go into P5. I've forgotten the penalty situation, honestly, other than the top 2, as Adizi has taken, I think, more than a second out of Cracky Jr. that lap. Oh! Cracky Jr. has had a massive moment of Adizi's into the lead! Cracky Jr. has made a mistake!
Adizi's got to pull out that penalty time he's got to be able to win this race.
Only needs to pull out even 2 seconds. No, not quite. 1.8 seconds does Adizi need to pull out, and he'll win the race.
There shouldn't be a problem, should it,
Cracky
on those
Jr.
tyres, as the Buddha moves up into P5 now. This is a Ferrari charge back with the Tifosi-powered Ferrari, shall we say, here in Italy.
I feel bad for Cracky Jr. now, though. A flawless race until that one mistake, and it's capitalized on by Adizi, who now needs to pull out another 1.5 seconds in the next 4 laps.
Qualified by Venom, he had a great run compared to Venom did, and Venom just left him no room on the outside, causing him to go off track and getting a penalty.
Well, he's brave then, because it looks like he's going around the outside of the Curva Grande. There goes the Ferrari on the Haas. Who's going to come out on top through this battle as they're to go into the Del Roggio chicane? Will the Ferrari? No, he doesn't dive it quite yet. Thinking smarter of it.
Oh, you got the exit speed. Look at the
Oh, there he
traction.
goes.
Oh, there's a tap.
Oh, under the Haas! And he goes off!
He's
The
backed
Haas is
off. No, he's
And
backed
the
off.
Ferrari
Look at
backs
that.
off to say sorry, and he almost ruins a Renault's race.
Oh,
and now
that's-
Noof is going to get on with it, so that's
Yeah.
awful for the Haas drivers. As now Ignite
is.
is going to be licking his chops at the prospect to get points.
I think that's very sportsmanship of him, but he deliberately lifts it off and he let Vroom take that position back. That has cost him, but Vampire's got past. But that's still very sportsmanship. He realized he obviously did something a little bit too sneaky, a little bit too naughty, shall we say. But he still let the driver regain that position, so that's good sportsmanship of him. But it's cost both of those drivers one position as Vampire moves up into P8.
Bud's in the DRS range now. 9.5 tenths.
Oh,
As there goes
it is.
Noof down the inside once again. This time it's going to be done a lot more cleanly. Before, I think Venom just let him have it. He didn't want to spin again as Noof into P9 in the Ferrari. As a top tier noob gets a 3-second time penalty. So, Biggles, what's the penalty situation between these two in third and fourth?
Oh, and, sorry, Buddha gets past top tier noob.
Buddha is on the podium.
He's on a podium at the moment. Yep. Look at that
What's
difference.
What's the penalty situation, though? Because I know they both have time penalties. I
They
just don't
do
know how
have.
much.
Buddha has 9 seconds, but top tier noob has 6 seconds. So top tier noob can be looking still okay there, but he's got those old tires. There's not enough time.
Final lap
Let's
Final
hope-
of the
lap,
Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah. Here we go.
It looks like Vroom and Nerf are still battling it out there again, and Vroom's gone very, very wide. And that's lost out to his teammate in the house of Ignite.
That's Venom spinning around. So
Venom,
now Ignite.
Yeah.
Ignite is still in the points. But now we turn our attention towards the man in the McLaren, Adizi. In real life, we just got robbed of a McLaren winning in Monza. This time we're not going to get robbed. It's to the final corner. A flawless race by a flawless driver. Adizi makes it look easy. In the McLaren, Adizi wins the Italian Grand Prix. McLaren on top at Monza. Cracky Jr. comes home second, and the Bud will just miss out on a podium for Ferrari by 0.6 of a second. Doritos comes across the lines in fifth, but will drop far back as the Bud actually loses out to top tier noob.
Oh, kill him on the podium.
Oh, kill him!
Oh, killing the Alfa Romeo!
Yes!
It's Alfa Romeo on the podium in Monza, so the Italians will still be represented no matter what, as we now wait on Chewy QC, who has kept the car running throughout the entirety of the race and will finally come home for P12 in the McLaren, last of the finishers. But it's Adizi who, yeah, it was
That was the
not exactly easy, but that was incredible.
That wasn't easy, but that strategy call really, really worked because remember he was the only driver there that took the extra pit stop. The other two drivers behind him, the other three drivers behind him only took one pit stop. He took that extra gamble, took that extra pit stop, and look how much of a difference that those softs made towards the end. As Cracky gets our driver of the day, but Adizi will get he'll get the top step, he'll get the champagne, and you can celebrate, sir, because that was a great drive. Take a selfie, send it to your fans.
Cracky Jr. too was so close to competing, the comeback of all comebacks, going from 16th on the grid to a win, just missing out.
Here we go,
But
guys.
yeah, he absolutely nailed the strategy on that final
To
pit
run
stop
through that
of,
grid,
last
look
race.
at that. Essentially, there's only one driver. There's only 2 drivers that started in the top 10 that finished in the top 10. Look at that. Everybody else was outside the top 10. If you'd like to read through that.
Incredible. So at the end of the race, the rundown looks like this. Adizi wins in the McLaren, a 2-stop from second on the grid, gets the fastest lap to boot. Great job for the McLaren. Finn in second place. Cracky Jr. starting 16th, easily driver of the day. Or I say easily, Ukilim in third, and top tier noob who started 18th finishes 4th in the AlphaTauri. The Bud finishing 5th for the Ferrari, so that's 3 Italian cars right in a row there. That's well represented. And then Act for Loss and another AlphaTauri in 6th place. Vampire Witch, Noof, Doritos, and Ignite finish off the points. Haas getting into the points. Good job to them. Venom and Chewy QC, the last of the finishers. And then Haulers, Santiago, Seaback, Apollodoros, who we thought might win. Gimp, Matcham, Vetchins, and Simply Air, who once again, unfortunately, had a bit of a rough race. Finishes in last, and they are the non-finishers. What a race that was, gentlemen. What a race.